The Fence by Kitty Cat Neal. Her little hands wrapped around the wire. Her mother had told her never to touch the fence. "Why, Mommy?" she had asked. Her mother's eyes were full of sadness as she spoke. "The grass isn't as green on that side of the fence." Her mother hadn't lied to her. In fact, the grass on that side of the fence was withered to brown. The brown had just creeped under, licking the edges of the border. The brown faded into the green on her side of the fence like a well-blended art piece. She pulled herself upwards. The fence loomed what seemed forever but was only a mere 3 meters, which is taller than most adults, let alone a 5-year-old. The fence dug into her small, soft palm, but she persisted, her small foot resting on the lowest number 8 wire. Her mother had caught her climbing the fence before. She had fumed at her, telling her how reckless she was and that the other side of the fence was a dangerous place. Yet she never told her why it was dangerous, only that the grass wasn't as green. It confused her. Why did the color of the grass matter? It only made her more curious and filled her mind with thoughts on what could be on the other side. Blood drew from her palm, and her hand covered in black marks standing out against her pale skin. As she pulled herself up, her frilly red dress and tights scraped along, becoming a patchy design with black spots sprinkled across it. Her oldest brother had always dared her other, slightly older brother to go across the fence. He would call him a chicken shit when he wouldn't. That always made her giggle. How even little Sophia would do it if Mama didn't catch her every time. But when it turned at him, and that why he not to do it, he always got mad, tipped something over, and left. This time, she was determined not to be caught. She was going to be the first to do something. Being the youngest of 7 always had its downfalls. Nothing you did was interesting. Everyone always beat you to it. She was going to prove it didn't matter what color the grass was. After what seemed like forever, she got to the top of the fence. Barbed wire stood in her way, like a bad villain that always appeared at the worst of times, like at your brother's wedding or your best friend's birthday party to pull you away from your arrangements to save the day. She didn't let it stop her, the wire catching as she tearing a hole in her tights and in her knee, blood dripping, matching the color of her muddy dress. She heard her mother's panicked voice in the distance. Her little feet planted themselves on the ground. An ear-splitting noise pierced the air. Then silence. The grass may not have been as green, but it definitely was more red. This short story was created on March 27, 2017 by a user named Kitty Cat Neal.